out of all the people in all those buildings and all those windows, we chose this one. Alfred Hitchcock was the best film director ever, and I'm counting down 100 reasons why. Today we're looking at a scene from Psycho. All right, so we start with this kind of panoramic shot, and then we get some text telling us where and when we are. So, Phoenix, Arizona. Friday, December the 11th. 2:43 p.m. And then we find a single window. Why is this an interesting way to start this movie? I love the macro perspective on this big, giant, urban city, and that how it narrows both in information. They're telling us the date, the time, they're narrowing down the specific context, I guess. But then they're also narrowing in on a single window. We're seeing hundreds and thousands of windows in these buildings, but we're only interested in one. If you know anything about Hitchcock, one of his worst fears is his life would get suddenly turned upside down, that the universe would randomly choose him, that he would get swept up into some sort of problem. He was very paranoid in that regard. Think about how many Hitchcock films have an innocent character minding their own business, going through their lives, and then they get trapped, they get wrapped up in some sort of intrigue. Sometimes it's more fun and adventurous, kind of like North by Northwest, and sometimes it's like a full-on nightmare. If you've seen The Wrong Man, which is about a man who gets mistaken for a crime, and he gets arrested, and he gets put in jail, and his life is ruined, that is Hitchcock's worst nightmare. And he gets that into so many of his movies. And I think that's also what's happening here in Psycho. Camera, the fate, the universe, whatever you want to call it, it seems like it's searching. It's looking for somebody to get involved with. It finds the window, it goes in, we find Marion, and then she gets chosen basically for this story, for this incident. Not only the location, we see the day of the week, we see the date of the year, we see the time. Those specifics make it real. This is not just a movie, like this is something that happened or could happen. Random chaos that can pinpoint and target you at any moment. That's why I love this opening from Psycho.